This person writes in, I lost attraction to my wife. What do I do to get it back?
Well, you can't make your heart feel something it doesn't feel. And so, did he lose attraction because they don't get along? Did he outgrow it? Sometimes relationships just run their course. And it's also possible that, because you see this a lot, there's a lot of women that after they have kids, it's like they don't lose the baby weight and they don't really do anything. They get fit or in shape. They cut their hair off because they're so busy with the kids. And typically that's a sign that they're being forced to move into their masculine. If the man's not doing his job, then she becomes more bitchy and more resentful. And if she houses on you and gets fat, then you're going to lose attraction for her. I see that a lot in phone sessions. And that goes back to having the same value system. Because, like, when you're young, and I saw this a lot when I was younger, girls I went to school with, it's like if you don't work out, if you don't exercise, or if it's when you meet somebody, if taking care of their body and looking good and feeling good is not something that they do regularly, and you're a gym rat or you're always taking care of yourself, what typically happens after she has a few kids is like with each child, she gets a little bigger, and then, 10, 15 years later, she's gross and obese, and you're fit and in shape, and yeah, you're not going to feel attraction for her because she's not doing anything to take care of herself or maintain her beauty, and she's neglecting herself. And if a woman neglects herself physically, then she eventually will neglect you. And so, I mean, it's not nice to say, but it's a harsh reality. It's like if you want to get an idea of what a woman is going to look like in 20, 30 years, just look at the mother. Because typically the daughters become like the mother. And so you'll see these. I saw this same thing with girls I grew up with. Their mothers were overweight or fat, and they were hot, and they looked good in high school. And 30 years later, they're just as fat as their mothers and gross. And just they let themselves go. And to me, that's sad. It's heartbreaking. It's part of life as you get older, and because when you're young, mostly everybody is attractive for the most part. But it's as life
I think less
happens.
nowadays, though.
Yeah, well, I
100%.
mean, all you got to do is look at video from like when your dad and I were going to school in the '80s. Like everybody was thin.
Yeah, you see that.
Video from the beach, everybody's thin. There's no cell phones. People are laughing, having a good time, and now you look at the stats. It's 74% of
You just go
Americans.
outside.
Well,
You don't even look at
74% of
stats. You just
Americans
go
are
outside.
overweight or obese.
Yeah.
And it didn't used to be that way. I remember at Gibbons when we were in high school. There was maybe 6 or 8 people in our whole class that were overweight, and a few of them are really fat. But that was just a handful of people.
Yeah.
And now it's like the opposite. It's like most everybody is overweight or fat, and some of them are really morbidly obese. It's like I mean, seeing the scooters in the grocery store or Home Depot or whatever, you didn't see that shit 30 years ago. They
No.
didn't have scooters like that. It's like people eat themselves into a wheelchair or an electric scooter because they just don't care. They would rather eat the food. The food changes their state because they don't feel good, so they eat. The eating makes them feel different. It changes their state. They feel bad. They eat some more. The eating makes them feel good. Then they get fatter. They feel worse, so they eat some more to make themselves feel better.
Also, I think the food is just worse.
Yeah, well, it's full of sugar and
And
processed
processed.
additives, and it's pretty gnarly.
Unless you're spending all, unless you're spending this little extra money, all the stuff is really shitty. Like it's all just processed foods with fake stuff. Like I had this apple juice, and it was like it's more expensive. It comes with like the little glass ones, but it's actual real apple juice. It's not like the from concentrate stuff. And they're such a It's like $1 more expensive a bottle, but it's so much better.
Did you have recess growing up in elementary
Yes,
school? How long did you get?
45 minutes.
Every day?
Yeah, yeah,
I said it
45
was
minutes an hour.
raining, and then they took us to the gym.
Yeah.
Yeah,
What about middle school?
yeah,
Did you have PE? Well, you went to private school though.
yeah.
Yeah. Who went
I
to
guess
public?
mine's
Did
a
you go
little
to
different.
public school?
Yeah,
Did
I
you have
had.
PE still?
Well, we only had it like a semester. Like that was like we had
Middle
like
school or high school?
middle school. That was like one of our like little superlatives. But
One semester out of the 3 years of middle school?
No,
or
no, no.
was
You
it
had
every
to
year?
take it every year. You had to take gym every year, but we also got recess still. At one, like my school that I finished, I went to 7th and 8th grade. My other school we didn't. In middle school, but we always, and I also played sports, like 5 different sports in school.
Well, I remember all the jungle gyms. Like you look at some of the ones in the 50s, and those things are like 2, 3 stories high.
Yeah,
And the kids are running around hanging from the monkey bars. And you're like, man, if they fall, they're gonna get
Yeah.
fucked up. Like the slides
they
were
were
like
like
two
high.
stories high, all metal, and
Uh,
they were great. You could get cooking down them. And they eliminated all that stuff because they're like, oh, we don't want kids falling off
The
and
bubble
getting
wrap.
hurt.
The bubble wrap.
Yeah, the bubble wrap
generation.
generation. So all that stuff kind of has slowly been phased out. When I was in middle school, I went to a public middle school. It's like we had gym every day. It was one of the classes. We
Yeah,
had
we had
PE.
For me, we had it every day too, like an hour and a half. An hour
And
15.
elementary school, we had recess. I don't remember when it was. But it's like we go in the playground, I don't know, a half hour, 45 minutes, and we play in a sandbox. We do a little, the spinning merry-go-round.
merry-go-round. Those things were dangerous.
I like to
Merry-go-round. We had a couple like really big, enormous slides that had, like braces holding these things up. They were literally 2.5 stories tall. And so as a little kid, you climb up there, you're like, whoa, it's really high up. I mean, it was dangerous. If you fall, you're going to get fucked up. And so I guess that happened to enough kids. I remember even one of them, and it had 2 rows of steps going to the top because the slide was so wide. And it was really shiny. And like I said, you could get moving down that thing. And, but like all that stuff has been eliminated. They don't want kids getting hurt. They don't want them feeling bad. If we also would play t-ball a lot. If I remember, we'd play baseball, soccer in the soccer field. We throw the footballs around. It's like so. That was something that we always had, and now ever since then, everybody's overweight and out of shape. They
I think
want
it kind of
people to
stopped
feel
with like
bad.
my generation. Because we played outside all the time. We played a lot of the physical stuff too. And the physical stuff all kind of stopped. It's like, oh, you can't, oh, be careful, it's dangerous. All kind of really happened around my time.
Yeah. So, anyways, back to the guy's lost attraction for his wife. That's that's gotta well, it's gotta be part of her value system, and too many people ignore that. They're like, oh, she looks good now, but if you had good genes when you're young, you're gonna look fit and good. But as the years go by, you have for women, you have a few kids, and the diet doesn't get better. It's you see that a lot. Again, all you gotta do is walk outside, like Chunky was saying, and look around. Most people are overweight, obese. The flab is hanging off their arms, and they look disgusting. And so it's understandable that you might lose attraction, and so you can positively encourage your wife to come with you or to join the gym with you, and you tell her how much you like it when she works out and she's fit and trim and everything. But
So you don't call her fat.
if she's not interested in doing those things, then your choice is to put up with it or leave and go find somebody that takes care of themselves. And unfortunately, a lot of people they don't give a fuck. They don't care. It's just they're just not interested in it.
They just kind of phone it in.
Phoning it in.
She doesn't love herself. She's not gonna love you.
Yeah.
Be capable.
Like I said, look at the mom. That's about a 95, 99% predictor of how she's going to look in 20, 30 years is the mom.
Literally
You're just like on
yesterday.
the first day, it's like, hey, can I look at your mom?
You got any pictures of your mom laying around?
I'm not gonna. My mom's kind of like. I mean, she has like the mom hips. She's a little bigger, but she's not like. She eats healthy, but I don't
She's
think
a
I'm.
BBW, a big beautiful woman. She's
No,
got an
she's
ass the
not.
size of Texas.
She's got a big booty, but so does my Aunt Judy. But my Aunt Judy's like 6 feet tall. But that's just their
So she has
figures.
to turn sideways to walk down the aisle on a plane.
No, she's not like she's not like big. I feel like she has like that mom weight when she's 60 something.
So she didn't lose the baby weight.
I guess not. She had me when she was 35. So, I don't think I'm ever.
So you're
gonna
going
get
to
that
be
big.
ginormous in about 20 years.
I don't think so. I don't think I have it.
Do
in
you
me.
exercise at all?
Not really.
There you go. Your boyfriend works out all the time. Jack is jacked.
Yeah, but I mean, I
So-
told him Saturday because I can't go without him to LA Fitness. I used to ride my bike, but I was borrowing Michael's bike, so I was doing miles a couple times a week on the bike, but he's got rid of it. So
So exercise is just not important to Jade.
I mean, it
See,
is.
that's the thing. It's like, because it's nice now because your relationship is kind of new, but fast forward 10, 15 years, you have a few kids, say you guys get married after you finally get divorced. and, and then what happens? Where are you going to be 15, 20 years? It's like your values are kind of in conflict there, because physical fitness is very important to your boyfriend, but it's not even in consideration.
No, I told him, I was like, I want to get a bike and start riding bikes. And he asked me, he's like, well, can you teach me like running? Because I used to run cross country. And I was like, well, honestly, I don't need to do like long distance running. I would rather go on the treadmill and do like high incline and high resistance to build muscle, and rather do that. And then he was like, oh, okay.
You should do weight training.
Or yeah, that too. I used to do weights and stuff too, but I just.
The bottom line is
33.
33 years old. Jade has tapped out. She's phoning it in.
No, I don't have. We don't have time to go.
Working out. So once she gets married and she pops out a few kids, she's gonna be like,
I'll send you a picture, and then you guys can see.
Where will Jade be in 10 or 15 years after she pops out a few kids?
Hopefully, I'll be 120, and that'll be good. Because I need to get that extra weight on.
What about you, Caroline?
What about me?
Is your mom fit and in shape for her age?
I would say she's healthy. Like, she's not out of shape, but she's not like fit.
She's
fit.
petite?
She's
she have a nice shape, or
no,
she got too much junk in the trunk?
She's big boned for sure.
There's no such thing as big boned.
Like wide. She's wide, but slim. So she might look like wide this way, but then she turns and it's like a flat little stomach like this.
She's got the Colombian booty?
Yeah, she has
the Kim Kardashian booty?
She has nice thighs and a butt and boobs.
Yeah, my mom used to weight lift. Like, she used to bench press like 500 and something pounds.
Jesus.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Your mom bench pressed 500 pounds? Get the fuck out.
No, she did. She swear to God, she used to when she was younger, because she used to weight train, and she also played like softball and stuff.
Was she a power
500
lifter?
Yes, when she was younger.
Pounds.
Yeah, I know. She was fucking beast. She was beast. Like, that's all she did was like work out and play ball. That was when she was like in her early 20s in high school.
Jade, that's a lot.
That's like lifting all of us in this room. Well,
No.
maybe them.
500 pounds bench
Yeah.
press? For a
Yeah,
woman?
she worked out all the time.
She takes steroids?
All of us.
I don't know if she did that, but she definitely could bench press 500. I don't even.
Yeah, I feel for guys like, the emailer, or the guy who wrote the question. But it's, if it's not her value system, and you've been together 10 to 15 years and she has zero interest, and you can't get her to go to the gym with you, and she has no interest in doing that, it's like, you either put up with having a fat wife, or go find somebody that's more into physical fitness. Those are your choices, basically, because you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make it drink, and she has no interest in looking hot and looking good and staying fit and attractive. It's just natural that you're going to want somebody that has the same value system as you. And same thing with Jack. In 10, 15 years, you guys are still together, and he's fit and in shape, and you're...
I don't think that's.
He's going to start looking around, because what's going to happen, he's going to be in his peak earning years, and he's going to have younger women hitting on him. And if you can't get through the front door without turning sideways...
Look at my arms. That's literally not going to happen.
That's now. It doesn't matter. It's like some of those petite girls I went to school with that I thought were just absolutely stunning. It's like, now they're like,
Yeah,
they kind of waddle. They waddle like weeble wobbles. I was like, what happened?
Is he?
It's heartbreaking.
Is he precise with like food and stuff?
He does meal prep and all that stuff.
No,
Like, does he care when you eat like candy and soda and stuff? Like
no, he did. Only the reason why he cares is because if I eat too much, I get a stomach ache, or the Coca-Cola if I haven't eaten enough. Then, because I'll have like one Coca-Cola. He'll buy me one like a week, and I'll make it last a couple of days. But I get like anxious from the caffeine, so that's the only time he gets aggravated.
Like junk food.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I don't really. I eat candy, but I'll have like a couple.
Junk food.
I know, but I don't eat it. I don't eat it every day. I had it last week, and that was the last time I had it.
You eat it every day until it's all gone. Jade has a little stash on her desk that shows up. She'll have like 3 or like the sour gummies.
Tacky.
She has the Nerds, what is it, taffy, or what's the other thing? Sometimes gummy bears.
Oh yeah, I have those.
And then
sour
she's just
worms.
all day long.
yeah.
Plastics crackling.
We have like a whole bag of like candy actually in the cabinet that we bought from like the Dollar Tree for coming down because Jack will eat candy too. Like he's a candy person like I am. So if, but we
You
don't.
better tell your man to take you to the gym.
We're going on Saturday.
All
I
right.
already
Well, that's
said
just
that.
one time.
I know, but that's what I also said. I was like, I can't just go.
I've known you, what, 4 or 5 years, and you haven't worked out one time.
Yes, I have. Me and Erica used to go to the gym and work out.
All right, let's go to the next question. This is good.